In a world of shifting alliances and global tensions, a striking and unexpected trend has emerged. Young Americans, many just out of high school or college, are leaving the comfort and familiarity of home to join the Israel Defense Forces, or IDF. For some, it's a leap into the unknown, a journey that begins with a single flight and a suitcase full of hopes and questions. Especially after the October 2023 attacks and the conflicts that followed, this choice seems puzzling, even controversial to many Americans. The images of violence and unrest broadcast across the world only deepen the mystery. Why would anyone willingly step into such a volatile region, far from the safety of home? Why would someone volunteer for a foreign military, especially one at the center of so much global attention and controversy? What compels a young person to trade the familiar for the unknown, to risk so much for a cause that isn't directly their own? Yet over 23,000 US citizens now serve in the IDF, many as lone soldiers, meaning they have no immediate family in Israel to support them. These young men and women come from all walks of life, united by a sense of purpose that transcends borders and backgrounds. Their motivations are complex, a mix of identity, belief, and a sense of duty that goes beyond nationality. For some, it's about defending a homeland they feel connected to by heritage or faith. For others, it's a search for meaning, adventure, or a way to make a difference in a world that often feels uncertain. This isn't just about military service, it's about belonging, heritage, and the search for meaning in a complicated world. For many, it's a deeply personal journey, one that challenges their values, tests their courage, and ultimately shapes their identity. To truly understand this phenomenon, we must listen to the volunteers themselves and explore the powerful forces, family history, faith, friendship, and a desire to serve that drive them to take this extraordinary path. Their stories reveal a new kind of patriotism, one that bridges continents, redefines what it means to serve, and reminds us that the search for purpose and belonging can lead us to the most unexpected places. For many American Jews, joining the IDF is rooted in centuries-old ties of faith and culture. It's a decision shaped by generations of family history, where stories of resilience and survival are passed down at dinner tables and in synagogues. The connection to Israel is not just political or ideological, it's deeply personal, woven into the fabric of daily life and identity. Israel is more than a country. It's the fulfillment of a 2,000-year-old dream, woven into family stories, religious rituals, and community life. Every Shabbat candle lit, every prayer recited, and every holiday celebrated is a reminder of a shared past and a collective hope for the future. For many, these traditions are not just rituals, but living links to ancestors who longed for a homeland. Experiences like birthright trips or studying in Israel often transform abstract heritage into a living reality. Walking the streets of Jerusalem, learning Hebrew, or standing atop Masada, young Americans feel their history come alive. These moments forge a powerful sense of belonging and responsibility, making the idea of defending Israel not just an obligation, but a calling. For some, defending Israel feels as natural as defending family. Bonds formed in the army or with Israeli families become extensions of their own, blurring the lines between personal and national duty. This isn't a rejection of American identity, but an embrace of a shared Jewish destiny. Many volunteers see themselves as bridges between two worlds, proud of their American roots while deeply committed to the survival and flourishing of the Jewish people. The rise in anti-Semitism and threats from groups like Hamas make the fate of Israel feel personal. News of attacks or hate crimes reverberates across oceans, reminding American Jews that their safety and identity are intertwined with Israel's security. Enlisting becomes a way to ensure never again is more than a slogan. It's a promise to ancestors and future generations that Jewish life will be defended, no matter the cost. Many volunteers are descendants of Holocaust survivors, carrying the weight of memory and the responsibility to protect. Others are lifelong Zionists, raised on stories of hope and perseverance, continuing a legacy of protection and pride. For them, service in the IDF is a profound act of historical consciousness and solidarity. a way to honor the past, protect the present, and shape the future of the Jewish people. Beyond heritage, many American volunteers are driven by a strong sense of justice and ideology. They see Israel as a beacon of democracy in a region plagued by extremism. Serving in the IDF is, for them, a stand against terrorism and authoritarianism. They believe defending Israel is defending democratic values and international security. The fight against groups like Hamas and Iran is seen as a moral imperative, not just a political one. For these volunteers, military service is a way to make a tangible difference in a world of blurred ethical lines. Their conviction gives them the resilience to face the hardships and complexities of conflict. For some, joining the IDF is a quest for purpose and self-discovery. At a time when peers pursue college or careers, these volunteers seek challenge and meaning. The IDF offers rigorous training, responsibility, and a sense of belonging to something greater. The adventure of living abroad, learning a new language, and facing real-world challenges is a powerful draw. Service becomes a crucible for growth, building discipline, resilience, and leadership. Many return home transformed, with a deeper sense of confidence and perspective. For them, the experience is less about war and more about forging character and finding purpose. American volunteers don't walk this path alone. A vast support network, charities, community groups, and programs guides them from the US to Israel and back. Organizations like Friends of the IDF provide financial aid, housing, and emotional support, ensuring lone soldiers feel connected. Zionist summer camps and programs like Garin Sabah create a pipeline, preparing young Americans for service and community in Israel. After service, groups like Nivut help veterans transition to civilian life, offering career and mental health support. This cradle-to-grave system makes enlistment possible and sustainable. It reflects a deep communal investment in these volunteers' journeys. The message is clear: their sacrifice is valued and they are never truly alone. The path to the IDF is also fraught with legal and ethical challenges. US law is ambiguous. Serving in a friendly foreign military isn't illegal, but taking an oath to another country could risk citizenship, though this is rare. Recruitment for foreign armies on US soil is prohibited, so support groups focus on guidance, not enlistment. Volunteers must also confront the ethical realities of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Some, like Becca Strober, have become critics after witnessing the complexities firsthand. Others justify their service as necessary self-defense. The experience forces each volunteer to grapple with the moral weight of their actions. Wearing the IDF uniform means embodying the legal and ethical dilemmas of a global conflict. Behind the statistics are deeply personal stories, narratives of hope, fear, courage, and transformation that rarely make the front page. Each number in the headlines represents a real person, with a family, a past, and dreams for the future. These are stories of young Americans who made the life-altering decision to serve in the IDF, often leaving behind everything familiar to answer a call they felt deep within. Eden Alexander from New Jersey was captured by Hamas and held for over a year. His ordeal brought the risks and sacrifices into sharp focus. For his family, every day was a test of hope and resilience as they waited for news and clung to memories. Edan's story is a reminder that behind every headline about conflict, there are families enduring unimaginable uncertainty. Eli Weininger, after his service, became a public advocate for the IDF, fighting negative portrayals in the media. He found a new mission: to share the realities of service, to bridge the gap between perception and truth, and to support fellow veterans navigating life after the uniform. For others, like Yeshia Braverman, service was the culmination of a personal transformation and a search for belonging. The journey to the IDF was not just about military duty, but about finding a community, a sense of purpose, and a place to call home in a new country. Some, like Becca Strober, emerged from service with changed convictions, becoming outspoken critics of the system they once joined. Their experiences led them to question, to challenge, and to seek change, showing that service can spark both loyalty and dissent. These stories reveal the diversity of experience and the profound impact of service. No two journeys are the same. Each is shaped by personal history, values, and the unpredictable realities of conflict and camaraderie. For many, the journey is one of self-discovery, conviction, and sometimes deep re-evaluation. The challenges faced in uniform often lead to new understandings of identity, purpose, and the meaning of home. The human element reminds us that every volunteer's path is unique and often unpredictable. Their stories invite us to look beyond the headlines, to see the individuals behind the uniforms, and to recognize the complexity and humanity at the heart of every conflict. The impact of Americans in the IDF extends far beyond the battlefield. Volunteers navigate dual identities, balancing American upbringing with commitment to Israel. Their service is celebrated in Jewish communities, reinforcing solidarity and shared values. Yet it can also stifle critical debate and complicate perceptions of America's role in the Middle East. For some, it's a grassroots expression of alliance. For others, it blurs lines between personal conviction and national policy. Ultimately, these volunteers force us to reconsider what patriotism and belonging mean in a globalized world. Their journeys challenge us to reflect on identity, loyalty, and the boundaries of community. The story of Americans in the IDF is a tapestry of heritage, ideology, and personal quest. Motivations range from ancestral duty to moral clarity to the search for meaning. Their path is sustained by community, but shadowed by legal and ethical complexity. These volunteers are more than soldiers. They are symbols of a unique relationship between two nations. Their stories challenge us to rethink identity, patriotism, and the power of conviction. In a divided world, their choices remind us that some causes still inspire extraordinary commitment. The journey of the lone soldier is a testament to the enduring power of belief and the complexities of belonging.